Okay, here's just another quick video. So I'm working on a Lifebook art journal project. In the instructions on the original video from Lifebook, you were supposed to use a stencil of a female figure. Well, I don't want to go out and buy any more stencils right now. It can get kind of pricey, so I wanted to figure out how I could make my own. So I did. So I'm going to make some more, a couple of different poses. So what I did was this is one figure that I drew, and what I did was I just copied it with my printer onto copy paper, and I used a glue stick to stick it to. This is just retail store signage. It's a very thin plastic. Most of your big box retail stores like Target at the end of the season, like Valentine's Day, which is what this is from, they throw the signage away. It's usually made out of a nice heavyweight cardboard, or like this one, a thin plastic. So I just asked them if I could have a few pieces, and they were going to throw it out, so they don't care. So then this is the next one I'm going to do. This is a photocopy from a fashion magazine. So I just stuck it on here with a glue stick, and then I'm going to use my X-Acto knife to just carefully cut around it. You could use scissors, or you could use a hot knife. I suppose whatever you have handy. This is another one that I got a photocopy. This is actually from a different Lifebook assignment. So give it a try making your own stencils. Just with these figures, go slow and be careful. And of course, if you're using a sharp blade, keep your fingers out of the way. Don't cut yourself. Then you're all ready to go, and you have some stencils to use without spending any money, which is the name of the game, right? All right, see you later. Bye. Okay, so I decided to show you rather than just tell you how I cut these figure stencils. So here's a magazine page that I'd saved because I like the pose. I am going to go copy it on my printer in the office, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back with my black and white copy. Doesn't have to be color or anything fancy. Doesn't even have to be a great copy, as long as you can see the figure. I have a piece of my retail store signage. This is like a thin plasticky material. So I'm gonna use a glue stick to stick the paper to the plastic. It doesn't need to be there forever, just long enough to get the figure cut out. Just use whatever glue stick you have. Elmer's will work. And if you don't have like thicker plastic like this, you could probably use the cover of an old folder. You could use cardstock. If you have some overhead projector film, transparency sheets, you could use that. I just happen to have a whole bunch of this, so I'm going to use this. Okay, I don't really care too much about her clothes. I just want the shape of her figure. So before I start with the X-Acto knife, I'm going to make some pencil lines. kind of like her hair, a crazy hair, but I don't know how that's going to translate into a stencil without making her look like the Wicked Witch of the West, so we'll have to see. You can always, like when it comes to the hair, you can always cut it big. If you don't like it, you can always recut it. Okay. Be really careful when using a sharp tool like this that you don't cut yourself. Keep your fingers well out of the way. And this is, because this is kind of a thicker plastic, it's not going to go all the way through on the first pass. But it will pop and break like that, so. We don't care about that too much because it's not going to stay anyway. You always flip it over to the back and see if it looks the way you want it to. I don't know if I like that part. Let's get that inside arms cut out first. It's helpful if you make your cuts, at least in this plastic that I'm using, if I just make the cut in one cut without lifting the knife up. There we go. My blade's coming loose. My blade comes loose a lot. If anybody has a tip on that, let me know. It might just be me pressing too hard. You're just using the magazine picture as a guide. I'm gonna just tear all this off. It was just temporary. But see, I don't like the hair. I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's stick our head back on there really quick. With this plastic material, you want to be careful popping it off because it has a tendency to go where you don't rip where you don't want it to. Yep, see, I like that. Yep. Let's make her a little thinner though. She looks a little bit chunky. Not that that's a problem, because I myself am a chunky girl, but let's see. Okay, I like that. So then you just pull the rest of this paper off. It does come off, I swear. It's not going to come off now because I'm on camera. See, it does come off. And just keep pulling it off. And you have yourself a figure stencil. Like these. To use in your art journaling or paintings or whatever. Have fun with that. See you soon.